अरिहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम से काज सब आज भयो कर चोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। 1 minute, huh? Yes. So we were on to the 10th verse of Dravya Sangra. So today we will start from the 11th one. Page number 35. You will be able to share the screen?
Jai Jinendra ji, I've joined through phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, let me try. You just make me co-host. Let me try, ji.
Yeah, I'll make you post.
Ji, it is tough to do in this phone, ji. If someone joins, will make them to share. Till then, you can read. I have my textbook with me. I have my printed version with me.
Okay, great. So we need not share. You have the book, so it's okay.
Yeah, I have the book.
So the verse number 11.
11, page number 35.
Yeah, 35, right. So you just read the meaning.
Souls having earth, water, fire, air, and plants for their bodies are various kinds of immobile beings, sthavara jivas, that possesses one sense only. The mobile beings, thrasa jivas, like conch, etc., progressively possess 2, 3, 4, and 5 senses.
So souls having earth, water, fire, air, and plants, all are one sense. Okay. For the bodies are various kinds of immobile. It is called sthavar. In Hindi we call it sthavar. In English it's called immobile beings. They cannot move from one place to another place. Okay. So they are sthavar. Okay. Sthavar jivas. That possesses one sense only. The mobile beings, the thrust jivas, who can move from one place to another place, like conch. Conch, you know, the shell of a sea creature. It is also, it is also called shellfish. So that conch these are 2 sensed, then 3 sensed, 4 sensed, and then up to 5 senses, and even with mind or without mind, all are thrust jivas. So anything and above 2 sensed is all thrust jivas. So 2 sensed to 5 sensed are all thrust jivas. Moving on to the next one, 12th one. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The 5 sense jivas are categorized as those with mind and those without mind. So Sangi and Asangi. Okay. So those who are having mind means what?
Those who can.
Man.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know the meaning of that one, but I know what is.
So
Yeah.
for man, we call it mind. So the
Okay.
five sense jivas. So I'll make you co-host. Darshit ji, you can share the textbook, or you have the textbook with you. Hmm.
Sorry, I can't share it. But also my internet is quite low today, so
Okay.
I might be cutting off.
Okay. No problem. So, but you should take out a printout of the textbook. Otherwise, how you will track the, readings? So
Sure.
the five sense jivas are categorized as those with mind, called Sangi jivas, and those without mind, Asangi jivas. Rest all jivas are without mind. Okay. So one sense to four sense are all without mind. Now in the five sensed, there are two kinds. One category is with mind and the other category is without mind. The ones sense jivas are categorized as gross, badar, and subtle, sukshma. So only in one sense jivas, this is the category. One is badar and another one is sukshma. Badar is called gross and the other one is subtle. All jivas are further categorized as having attained completion, paryapti, and not having attained completion, aparyapt. So, in one sense, being these are the categories that either it will be badar, gross, or subtle, sukshma. And also there is another category, paryapt and aparyapt. Paryapt means who has attained completion, and aparyapt means those who have not attained completion. So you can see a chart kind of thing on page number 39. So one sensed are badar paryapt, badar aparyapt, suksham paryapt, suksham aparyapt. So these four types of jeeves. Then two sensed, there is paryapt and aparyapt. Three sensed, again paryapt and aparyapt. Four sensed, paryapt, aparyapt. Five sensed, sangi paryapt, sangi aparyapt. Asangi paryapt, asangi paryapt. So total is 14. These are called jeev samas. Okay. So the jeev can be categorized into 14 numbers. Again, jeev can be again categorized into, I think, 19 numbers with little variation. Then it can be categorized into 98 number. Then it can be categorized into 402. Little bit of permutation and combination among these things will make the figure to 402. These all you will study in Gomat Sar, Jeev Kand. Okay. So there we will do it in detail. Here, this is only enough. So the chart is given here that 1 to 14, how the 14 Jeev Samas are there. Priyanka ji, you can share the text. I'll make you co-host.
Yes, sir. I'll try again, sir.
Yesterday you were able to do, no?
Sir, yes, I was able to do through my other phone. So just give me 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. As and when you are ready, I have made you a co-host, okay? So we
Okay,
move
sir.
on to the 13th, Gatha number 13. Darshit ji, you will not be able to read. Okay, fine. So Subhaji, you only read 13th one.
The transmigrating souls, samsari jivas, from the empirical point of view, Vyavaharanaya, are of 14 kinds based on the method of inquiry into their nature. Marganasthana, also of 14 kinds, based on their stage of spiritual development, gunasthana. From the transcendental point of view, Nishchayanaya, however, all souls are intrinsically pure.
So you see, from the conventional point of view, Vyavharnay, okay, it is also called empirical point of view. So this gives the souls are of 14 kinds based on the method of inquiry into their nature. Now, this means that those states or condition in which the souls are found are known as marganas. So these are also 14 in numbers, and the spiritual stage of development are also 14 in numbers. The spiritual stage of development is called Gunasthan, and those states or condition in which the souls are found are known as Marganasthan. Now, the major difference is that both are 14, but Marganasthans are all at a time. But Gunasthans is only one at a time. So if you are in the first, you are not in the fourth. Supposing if you are in the fourth, then you are in the not on the first. So one at a time. Yeah. You were asking something, Priyanka?
Rajesh sir, can you please make me co-host again? Sorry, I joined through a different phone.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we will understand the Marganasthan because Gunasthan we had a chapter in Tattva-gyan, I think 1. We have read 14 stages of spiritual development, so that I need not go in detail. But for Marganasthan, we should see what are the 14 names and how the jivas or the souls are found in these states. So the first one is state of existence. It's all on page number 40. So first is Gati Margana. So obviously in one of the Gatis, G will be there. If it is a mundane existence, transmigrating soul, then it must be in one of the 4 Gatis. Okay. So the 4 states of existence are celestial beings, infernal beings, Narki, human beings, Manushya, and plants and animals, Tiryaj. Now, the second one is senses. So obviously you must be in one of the senses. Then third one is body. So there are 5 kinds of immobile beings, Thavar, and mobile beings, Tras. So you will be either in Thavar or in Tras. So that is also there. Activities, Yog Margana, the threefold activity of the body, speech, and mind. Okay. So your activity will be through one of these 3. Okay. So that is also present. Gender, you are either male or female or common or neutral. Then passions, one of the main 4 passions, anger, pride, deceitfulness, and greed. One is always present. Then there are other, these 4 are again having 4 categories: Anantanubandhi, Apratyakhan, Pratyakhan, and Sanjulan. So 4 into 4 is 16. And then there are quasi passions: Nokashai, laughter, liking, disliking, sorrow, fear, disgust, the female sex passion, male sex passion, and the neuter sex passion. So one of the passions will always be there. Among the 4, one will be there, and among the quasi ones, one will be there always. It keeps on changing, but some or the other will be always there. Then knowledge. Knowledge again is of 8 kinds. So we are having right now Mati and Sruth. So sensory and scriptural. Then restraint. Sanyam Margana consist in observing the rules of conduct. Charitra. Restraint come non-restraint and non-restraint. So either you are non-restraint, asanyam, or you are in restraint, or you are into restraint come non-restraint. Then perception. Perception is again of 4 kinds: chakshu, achakshu, audi, and keval. So we are having now chakshu and achakshu both. Then thought complexion, lesya margana. You are into one of the 6 lesyas, namely Krishna Nil Kapot and Peet Padma Sukla. Then capacity for salvation. So a soul can be termed bhavya or abhavya. So either you are bhavya, that means you have the potential to get liberated, or you are abhavya, you don't have the potential to get liberated. Then right belief. Right beliefs are of 6 types. So 3 are on the right side and 3 are on the wrong side. So right belief, wrong belief, mixed right belief, wrong belief, and then faith deluding karmas. Okay. So these 3 and the other 3 are opshamik, shayopshamik, or shaik. So you will be in any of the 6 in one of those. Then mind. The 2 kinds of transmigrating souls are those with or without mind. So either you are with mind or without mind. So in our case, we are with mind. Then assimilation of matter, ahar margana. Ahar is taking in of matter fit for the 3 kinds of bodies and the 6 kinds of completion. So this means you are simultaneously having all the 14 Marganadas at one time. But in case of spiritual stages, you are only on the 1 stage out of 14. So we are not going into those details because we have already studied about 14 stages of spiritual development. You are all aware of that. Now moving on to the 14th one. Priyanka ji, you read.
Okay, sir. So from point number 14?
Yeah, page number 48.
So 48 or 43?
48.
48.
Hmm.
Okay, sir.
Verse number 14. Yeah, this one.
Verse number 14. The liberated souls, Siddha, are rid of 8 kinds of karmas, possessed of 8 qualities, and have a form slightly less than that of the last body, reside eternally at the summit of the universe, and characterized by origination, that is Utpad, and destruction, that is Vyaya.
So the liberated soul are the Siddhas, and these are the characteristics of Siddhas, that they are devoid of 8 kinds of karmas. They have destroyed all the karmas. Initially, they destroyed 4 karmas, so they got into the Aryant Avastha, and then the remaining 4 non-obscuring karmas, that also got destroyed, so they attained Siddhpad. Okay. So they got rid of 8 kinds of karmas. They possessed of 8 qualities. So here 8 karmas had gone off, and in lieu of that 8 qualities have been developed fully. Now what are these 8 qualities? I'll give you the name. 1 minute. So 8 supreme qualities of the liberated soul. It's in the page number 50. Yes. So samyaktva, infinite faith or belief in the tattvas or essential principles of reality. Okay. So initially we had 4 obscuring karmas: Jnana-varan, Darshana-varan, Mohniya and Antaray. So with the complete destruction of Mohniya karma, we attain Samyaktva. Now Gyan, infinite knowledge has been developed just because we have destroyed Jnana Varana Karma. Darshana, infinite perception because of we have destroyed Darshana Varana Karma. Then Virya, because we have destroyed Antaray Karma. So 4 karmas and 4 qualities. Now 4 non-obscuring karmas and 4 qualities. So Shukshmatva. So when we get rid of Nam Karma, we attain this quality of Sukshmatva, literally fineness. It means that a liberated soul is beyond sense perception, since senses can perceive gross bodies only. So this is in the absence of Nam Karma. Then we have Avgahan. Avgahan is because we have destroyed Ayu Karma. It is interpenetrability, meaning a liberated Jeev does not hinder the existence of other such Jivas in the same space. You must have heard that Ek Siddh mein Anant Siddh. So it is like that. In one Siddh, it can accommodate another infinite Siddhs because it is interpenetrability, meaning a liberated Jeev does not hinder the existence of other such Jivas in the same space. So Avgahanatva has been developed because Ayu Karma was destroyed. Now Aguru Lagutva. So Gotra Karma goes off, you develop Aguru Lagutva. Literally neither heavy nor light. Na chota na bada. Jiva, as per this quality of Aguru Lagutva, continues to manifest through its form, complete and perfect. And the last is Avyabad. So, Ayu, Nam, Gotra, then we have Vedniya. So, when the Vedniya gets destroyed, we develop Avyabad. It is undisturbed infinite bliss. So these are the 8 qualities of the Siddhas. Now coming back to the original verse number 14. So the liberated souls are rid of 8 kinds of karmas, possesses 8 qualities. This we have covered. Have a form slightly less than that of the last body. Can anybody answer why it is slightly less than the last body? We had studied this when we studied Gunasthan in Tattva Gyan. Yeah, Jaini ji, you understand?
So can you repeat the question?
So this is the, you can see the characteristics, page number 48. You have the textbook, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So on page number 48, it's written that have a form slightly less than that of the last body. Okay. So supposing your last body was 6 feet, right? So your posture in Siddha, in the liberated state, would be slightly less than the last body. Now, supposing I was 4 feet only. So my Siddha Dasha would be slightly less than 4 feet. So why it is like that? Slightly less. Why? Why slightly less the last body?
Can I answer, Ji?
Yeah.
You'll have some spaces in your body. That
Yes.
spaces will be compressed so that your body size will be lesser than that original size.
Yeah. So we have space points here at nose and some other places. So all those spaces will be covered up and it will be a pure energy body, and so that it will be slight less than the last body. That is the logic. Good. reside eternally at the summit of the universe. Where is Sila? It's at the summit of the universe. So we had studied 3 worlds, and in the upper world, there are 16 swargs, then there are Anudisht Viman, and then Sarvat Siddhi, and above that is the Sila. So it is absolutely at the summit of the universe and characterized by origination and destruction. So there also the soul is undergoing utpad and vyay, origination and destruction, evolving and destructions. Okay, so that continues there also, because the modifications nature is like that. It is only for a moment, so next moment there is another origination, and the previous one gets destroyed. So it is origination and destruction in one moment only. So that is also there in Siddha Dasha also, liberated state also. So this is all about the 14th one. Now,
Sorry, sir, can I ask a question?
yeah.
Sir, we also talked about Sukshma,
Shukshmato.
Sukshmatva. And we said, like, it's beyond perception. So, sir, like, liberated soul will have the quality of Sukshmatva.
Yeah, like we cannot see it through our senses. It is beyond, it is not something comprehensible through senses. Okay. So, but when you attend omnisense knowledge, then you can see the space points of each soul.
Okay, sir. So it is that quality, but someone who has Keval Gyan,
Yeah.
only they can see that the form of liberated soul is
Innumerable
slightly
space
lesser.
points. Innumerable space points of the soul can be seen in omniscience knowledge. But we have Mati Srudgyan, scriptural, sensory knowledge and scriptural knowledge, and that has got limitation. It can only see gross things only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
The next is 15th. Now, the next new chapter begins. It is about Ajiv Adhikar, non-soul chapter. Okay. So now, under the category of non-soul, there are 5 substances: matter, medium of rest, medium of motion. Then we have
So we can see our screen twice when the screen is being shared, no, of this of
text.
the book. Then we can see your screen twice, so it is covering the entire book. I don't know if it's happening with others also.
Sorry, you cannot see the book, Jenny ji?
I can see the book, Priyanka ji, but I can see sir's screen twice. Like
Oh yeah,
one
I'll
big and
remove
one
it
small.
from the screen. Yeah, I'll remove him. I'll remove my screen. I think that's what you mean. Okay, I'll start the broadcast again. So if suppose you see sir's screen twice, just let me know. Huh?
Okay.
Just give me one moment.
So under the category of non-soul elements, there are 5 substances. So matter, medium of motion, medium of rest, and space, that is Akash, and time, Kal. Okay. So each will be defined now. So from 15 to 27, we will be studying about non-soul elements only. Okay. So we completed Jeev from 2 to 14, up to 14. These verses are only explaining Jeev only, different categories and all. And now we are moving on to non-soul elements, that will be from 15 to 27. And that is what we plan to complete today. And then we will take it forward the next week. So 15th one, again matter, Pudgal, the medium of motion, Dharma, the medium of rest, Adharma, space, Akas, and time, Kal, should be known as non-soul substances. Matter is a material object since it has qualities including form, Roop, and the remaining are without form. So there was a question today that karmic matter is what? It is not visible to us. So it is which substance, karmic matter? It falls into the which category?
Sir,
Matter particles.
Matter
Putkalam.
particles. Matter particles. So although we cannot see with our eyes because we have limited knowledge, only sensory knowledge and scriptural knowledge, but these are very subtle. So it cannot be seen through our eyes, but it is still a matter substance. It has got touch, taste, smell, and color. Of course, it's a matter substance. Okay. So space and time should be known as non-soul substances. Matter is material object since it has qualities including form. So out of the 5, only matter has form. The remaining 4 are without form. Okay. Amurtik. Murtik means which has form, which has these 4 qualities of touch, taste, smell, and color. Those are all having forms. And the one which are not having these 4 qualities of touch, taste, smell, and color are without form. Amurtik. So this is 15. And now next. See, there is a chart here on page number 56.
sir, shall I share the screen?
Okay, I'll make you a co-host then.
Okay, sir.
Sorry,
are-
sir. So
you
you
are-
couldn't see the screen?
No, we are not seeing the screen quite long.
Oh, sorry, sir. I've been sharing the screen, so something was wrong probably on my side.
No problem. You sort it
Okay.
out next time,
I will, sir. I'll ask for help from a friend. Thank you, sir.
You are logging through laptop?
No, sir, I log in through the phones
So
only.
mobile has some problem. Subaji was also trying through mobile, but she couldn't do it. So
Okay, sir.
there is some problem with mobile, but I think from laptop you can easily do it.
Okay, sir. No
So
worries.
page number 56, there is a chart. Substance. Substance divided into 2 categories, Jeev and Ajeev. Again, Ajeev into 5 categories, that what we just read about. So now we'll move on to the 16th one. Page 63. Yes, 16. So sound, union, minuteness. So in the 15th verse, they have named what are the non-soul elements. So there are 5 substances. Now they will be explaining each substance. Let me see if I can make out from the Hindi version. Okay, it is only one verse only. So 16th is about matter. So matter is having 10 kinds of modifications. Okay, so these 10 names are given here. Sound, means shabda, union means bandh, minuteness means sukshma, or fineness, it is also called fineness. Then we have grossness, that is sthul. Then we have form or shape called sasthan. Then we have divisions called bhed. Then darkness, tam, image, shadow, chaya, udyot, cool light, moonlight. Then we have atap, warm light, sunshine. These are the 10 modes of matter. Okay. So this is all about the matter. Now, next, medium of motion, dharma dravya, 17. Page number 66. Are you there, Jenny?
Yes, sir.
Page 66.
66.
17 number, right? So you read only, Jenny.
Yeah. The substance dharma, medium of motion, renders assistance to souls and matter in their state of motion, just as water assists aquatic animals in their motion. It does not cause them to move if they are stationary.
So you see that it does not cause them to move if they are stationary. So the medium of motion does not cause any soul or the matter substance to move. If they want to move, then it acts as a medium, just like water assists aquatic animals in their motion. So fish can swim in the water. So water is just an assistance. It is not that water is making the movement of the fish. Okay. The substance dharma, medium of motion, renders assistance to souls and matter. Only two substance can move about. That is, one is soul and another one is matter. All the other four are stationary. Dharma, adharma, akash and kal. So these two substances, souls and matter, in their state of motion. So when they want to move, this medium of motion acts as a medium. Just as water assists aquatic animals in their motion, it does not cause them to move if they are stationary. So if there would not have been dharma dravya in the universe, then what would have happened? Everything would be static. Nobody would be able to move. Nobody means soul or the matter cannot move from one place to another place. So this is the function of dharma dravya. Now, just below to that is adharma dravya. The substance adharma, medium of rest, renders assistance to soul and matter, souls and matter in their state of rest. So when a soul is moving, if he wants to rest, then adharma dravya should be there. If adharma dravya would not have been there in this universe, then everything, every soul would be in motion. Now we are just now sitting here in the chair and reading this, right? So if the adharma dravya would not have been there, we could not sit at one place. We have to keep on moving, moving, moving. So this is the function of adharma dravya, medium of rest. Just as the shade of a tree assists travelers in their state of rest. So tree is always there. So if the traveler wants to rest, then he has to go there and take rest. But if the traveler does not want to take rest, then tree cannot force that traveler to rest. That is what they mean. It does not hold them back if they are moving.
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Suppose like just water is assisting the aquatic animals to move. So it
Right.
has dharma substance,
Oh,
dharma,
this is an
and,
example. This is an
and
example that how Dharma Dravya operates, you know,
so
how
then it has dharma dravya also, because if it does not cause them to move if they are stationary. So it
so
has adharma also.
first my question is how many substances move from one place to another place? Out of 6 types of substances, how many have a movement?
Sir, all.
No, only soul and matter. Okay,
Okay.
soul
Okay.
and matter has the ability, capacity to move from one place to another place, right?
Okay.
Now, who has the ability to stop if they are moving?
Adharma.
Who has,
Adharma.
yeah, so only soul and matter has the ability to stop. So when they move, then the medium of motion acts as a medium only. It is only a instrumental cause, nimit. Okay, it does not uh, force the soul or the matter to move. Only if the soul and matter wants to move, they can move, because medium of motion is everywhere. Similarly, a moving substance wants to take rest. Either it can be soul or matter. So that
So
can
then
be only possible if there is medium of rest. So these are the functions.
then
Both are
effort has to be from the soul, right? So
right.
suppose a soul wants to move,
Hmm.
then he will put effort, he or she will put effort,
Hmm.
and then it will become, then it will move because of the dharma substance. And if it
Yes,
wants to stop, then he or she will put effort to stop, and
right,
then adharma substance will help in stopping.
right. Help in the sense that it's only an instrumental cause. Okay.
So then effort has to be from the soul, no, sir? Effort.
Yes, yes, yes.
So then effort means if the soul is putting effort, then he is the doer, right? But actually soul is not doer. It is only a
It
jata
is like
drashta.
that. It is like that, that now the soul is inside this body, right? So
Hmm.
if I raise my hand, so
Hmm.
here the soul's space points are also there. So that will also move that way. It has it is it has got a correlation with body right now. The soul, you know, the body occupies, it is in coexistence with that body. So if the body moves, the soul has to move. And if the soul moves, the body also has to move. They cannot do it independently. Okay. So
Okay.
so soul has got this uh, what desire. Soul has got desire. Now, if he wants to move from one place to another, the body has to accompany. If the body does not move, then soul cannot move. So the both are dependent on each other. But having said that, both are separate substances. Body is non-soul element and soul is soul element, jiva element. Okay.
Hmm.
So both are different substances, but they do coexist. Only they are having a nimit nemitic sambandh in between them. Soul is a nimit for body and body is a nimit for soul. That's all.
So one more question on this topic, sir. So
Hmm.
soul itself has its own movement, no, sir, and within the body, and the body also has a separate movement, no, sir,
Yes, yes, both are independently of each other. Only
moving.
said that both things are happening simultaneously. So we feel that I am the only moving the body. As I said, I raise my hand. So see, I thought I will raise my hand and I raised my hand. That means I am a doer of body, but it is not that. It is just a coincidence. Here my desire was there to raise the hand, and here the soul's movement was also of similar nature. It's just a coincidence. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But people believe that I have raised the hand. When I want. Now, if I can raise the hand, like I did like this. Now I could do this this way also. No, I cannot do. I cannot go beyond certain limit. Why? If I am the doer, I should do that also, no? But that is not possible. So it shows that we are actually not the doer. It is all happening automatically. Now the voices, the words coming out of my mouth is again automatic. It is not that what I wanted, it's all coming out. It's not coming out. Only some things is coming out. So it depends, like who are listening, what is their what is the level of their interest. Similarly, the voice will come out of here. So it is
Okay.
not that I am the doer of that voice. I can talk whatever I want. It's not like that. It's all independent. But like we feel from outside that I'm only talking, I'm only raising my hand, I'm only doing this. We feel like that, but it is actually everything very independent. No relation. One is a soul substance, another one is a matter substance. So how soul can do anything in matter and how matter can do anything in soul? So there is no correlation as such.
Okay, sir.
These are all very fundamental. So you should ask questions wherever you have doubt. Otherwise, this doubt will always remain there, and you won't be able to go ahead in the path of spiritualism. Now, coming on to the 19th one. Yeah. Who will read? Priyanka ji, you read. You are muted. Unmute yourself. Subhaji, you read.
Yes, the 19th verse. According to Lord Jinnah, the substance which provides accommodation to substances like soul is to be known as Akasha, space. Akasha comprises two parts, Lokakasha, the universe space, and the Alokakasha, the non-universe space. Can I read the verse 20 also?
Yes, yes.
The part of space, Akasha, which contains a medium of motion, the medium of rest, the substances of time, the matter Pudgala, and the soul Jiva, is the universe space, Lokakasha, beyond which is the non-universe space, Alokakasha.
So this Akash is only one substance, okay? And it Lokakash and Alokakash, these are two distinctions from it is from that viewpoint that in the Lokakash, there are 5 substances dwelling here. And in Alokakash, there are no substance, okay? But as a whole, Akash Dravya is only one. Its division of Lokakash and Alokakash is just because uh, the 5 substances like soul, matter, medium of motion, medium of rest, and kal, these are all under it's all under the Lokakash, the universe space, and everything else is non-universe space. But as a whole, it is only one substance, Akash Dravya, space. The part of space which contains the medium of motion, medium of rest, substance, time, is the universe space, and beyond which is the non-universe space. So 19, what has been said in 19 has been elaborated in 20. That's the difference only. Now 21. We are coming on to the time. Okay. So we had medium of motion, medium of rest, then we have space, we had matter earlier, and before that we had Jeev. So now only the last one is the time, 21. Okay. So yeah, somebody was asking. Darshit, do you have any questions?
Yeah, sorry, I have a question.
Mhm.
When you look at Akash and Lokakash,
Okay.
then where would Sid Dasha be? Is it still in
It is in,
Akash?
it is in Akash
But
because
out of the universe or inside the universe?
Akash is one undefined substance. It has got two parts. One is Lokakash, Alokakash. So all the lives are in Lokakash only. Alokakash, there is no other substance, only the space point. Okay. So
Okay,
everything else, even the Siddhas are in Lokakash. It is in Lok only.
okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Now the 21st one, Darshit ji, you only read from the screen. Yeah. 21 and
Okay.
22 both.
Conventional time, Vyavhar Kal, is perceived by the senses through the transformations and modifications of substances. Real time, Nishchay Kal, however, is the cause of imperceptible, minute changes called Vartna that go on incessantly in all substances. Should I carry on?
Yeah, 22 also.
Okay. Real time, Nishchay Kal, is of the extent of space points of the universe, pervading the entire universe. Each particle or unit of real time is distinct and occupies one unit of space. These innumerable particles of real time thus exist in the entire universe, Lokakash, like heaps of jewels.
Hmm. So the in the first 21st one, conventional time, Vyavhar Kal. So here they've used the word conventional, and that is quite appropriate. Conventional. So they could have used empirical time, but I think that does not suit. So here it is written as conventional. So we everywhere should mention only Vyavhar. Where it is Vyavhar, we should say conventional. So conventional time is perceived by the senses through the transformation and modification of substances. So each and every substance, every moment goes through these transformations, and that is the modifications, new modifications coming up, old ones getting extinct. So it is always on the move. Each and every substance is always manifesting. Okay. So this is conventional time is perceived by the senses through the transformation and modification of substances. So this transformation is only happening just because there is a time substance. Now what is real time? Nischay kal kya hai? However, is the cause of imperceptible minute changes called vartana that go on incessantly in all substances. So every moment there is some changes going on in each and every substance, that is called vartana or minute changes, and that is the real time, nischay kal. Okay. जो द्रव्यों के परिवर्तन रूप, I'm reading the Hindi one. It will make it more clear. जो द्रव्यों के परिवर्तन रूप परिणाम रूप देखा जाता है, वह तो व्यवहार काल है, और वर्तना लक्षण का धारक जो काल है, वह निश्चय काल है. So conventional time and real time, these are the two divisions of time substance. Now,
Ji, excuse me. Can you explain in brief because I'm not able to understand the difference between conventional and the Nischay.
so this
Can
conventional
you?
time, the conventional time is perceived by the senses that we can make out,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But real time is the cause of imperceptible, minute
But
changes.
that
We
that
cannot,
cannot be.
yeah, we cannot, uh, through our limited knowledge of sensory and scriptural, we cannot track that changes. Okay, we
Okay.
cannot, uh, we cannot uh, comprehend those changes. So that those are very minute changes. Okay. So conventional time, we all know, hours, minute, second, these are all conventional time. And this real time is the changes going on in every substance is just because of this time substance. So time substance is not affecting the changes, but it acts as a medium. Okay. It is again
Okay.
an instrumental cause in the changes going across all the substances every moment.
Okay, Ji. Thank you, Ji.
So 22, real time is further explained. Real time or the Nischay Kal is of the extent of space points of the universe. So this universe has got innumerable space points, and each space points there is one unit of time called Kalanu. Okay, pervading the entire universe. So, in the entire universe, whatever space, whatever the space is there in the entire universe, in every space points, there is one unit of time. Okay. And because of that, the moment is happening there in that space point. Just because in every space point, there is one unit of real time. Each particle or unit of real time is distinct. Distinct means one is different from another. Okay. So there are space points innumerable. Each space points there is one unit of real time, and that is distinct and occupies one unit of space. So one unit of space, one unit of time. Innumerable unit space units, innumerable units of time. These innumerable particles of real time thus exist in the entire universe, Lokakash, like heaps of jewels. So in heaps of jewels, each is different, you know. So similarly, on each space point, one distinct one distinct unit of time is stationed. So anything happening in that space point is just because there is a one unit of time always available there. So that place also is manifesting or transforming in itself. So this is real time. Okay. Now 23. Yes. Thus, 6 substances, substances means dravya, dravya, have been enumerated. 1 soul substance and 5 non-soul substances. Out of these 6 substances, 5 substances living time are 5 astikai. So astikai means 2 words, asti plus kai. So kai is body and asti means existence. So that which exists and that which has body is called asti kai. So 5 substances are asti kai: soul, matter, dharma, adharma, and akash. These 5 are asti kai. They are existing also, and they are having a body also. But time is not an astikai, because time is only one unit, one unit. So because of that, it does not have that kai, you know. So that's why time is not included in the asti kai. We can read this commentary to understand it better. Who would read? Darshit ji, you read.
Since the
Hmm.
so is it where it says since the atom?
Yeah.
Okay, since the atom or the material point is a unit of space, the spatial point is also called anu or atom. Since the five entities such as jivas, etc., mentioned above are capable of occupying space, they are called kayas, corporeals. The term kaya implies relation to many spatial points. Existences that can be so related to space are called by the Jainas astikais. It is evident that material objects constituted by physical molecules have such space quality. Jiva or soul is also considered to be an astikai because of its organic nature. Jiv exists as an organism, and as such it is related to body and hence the spatial quality. Dharma and adharma are the peculiar principles recognized by Jainas as corporeal. These are also astikais. One is a principle of motion, the other is a principle of rest. They are pervading space and as such are astikais. It is not necessary to point out that space is a multi-dimensional existence. Jainas have recognized the reality of space. Since time has neither potentiality nor really the possibility of such space relations, it is denied the name Astikai. It is purely an entity of monodimensional series. Though it is not Astikai, it does not cease to be a real entity.
So Kal is one Pradesi, only one Pradesi. So it is not Astikai. So here, since the five entities such as Jivas mentioned above are capable of occupying space. So that makes the whole difference. They are capable of occupying space. They are called Kayas. Okay? Corporeals. The term Kaya implies relation to many spatial points. Okay? So these all the five astikais have many spatial points, but time is only a monodimensional series. One, it's only one Pradeshi. Okay, it has not multiple space points, so that's why it is not astikai. Uh, uh, I will see if it is given anything good in Hindi. See, अस्तिकाय, why it is called अस्तिकाय का लक्षण, जीव, पुद्गल, धर्म, अधर्म और आकाश, यह पांच द्रव्य है। इन्हें अस्थि कहा जाता है और यह काय की भांति बहुप्रदेशी, ओके, बहुप्रदेशी, मल्टी स्पेस पॉइंट्स, मल्टी स्पेटियल यूनिट्स, ओके, बहुप्रदेशी है, इसलिए इन्हें काय कहते हैं। इस कारण से यह पांच द्रव्य अस्थिकाय है, क्योंकि कालाणु एक एक प्रदेश वाला होता है। सो इन वन स्पेस पॉइंट देयर इज वन कालाणु, and that one Kalanu has got one Pradesh only, one space point only, one spatial unit only. इसलिए उसकी काय संज्ञा नहीं है। That's why it is not called काय। उसमें काय पना नहीं है, इस कारण से उसे अस्थि काय में नहीं गिना गया है। So the most powerful logic is that time is only one space point, and that's why it is not called Kai. Okay, all the five have multiple space points, Bahupradeshi. So that's why they are called Asti Kai. Now 24. It is further explained here. The effort set 5 substances, dravyas, soul, matter, medium of motion, medium of rest, and space exist eternally. Therefore, these are called asti. So this is the explanation for asti by Lord Jinnah. Since each has many space points, so here is the difference. Each has many space points. These are called kaya. Combining the two qualities, existence and space quality, these are termed as 5 asti kayas. I think one more words will be, yeah. So in 25, it is mentioned here. Something from 24 has been repeated in 25, and the last line is new one. There are innumerable space points in a soul, the medium of motion, the medium of rest, space as infinite space points. Matter has numerable, innumerable, and infinite space points. So now they are giving the exact quantity. So there are innumerable space points, asankhyaat pradesh, in a soul. The medium of motion, and the medium of rest are also having innumerable space points. So these three are having innumerable space points. Akash, space, has infinite. Those were innumerable means asankhyaat. Infinite means anant, no end. Akash has infinite space points. Matter has numerable, innumerable, and infinite space points. So some matters have numerable space points, some matter have innumerable mass point, and some have infinite space points. So all three categories exist in matter substances. Now coming on to the time, Kal has just one space point, and therefore it is not called Kaya. So you understood the logic, why the time is not called Kaya. You might have this question in the objectives. So there will be options given. You have to tick the right one. So this is about 25. Now the last two, 26 and 27. Yeah, 26th one. An infinitesimal particle, Parmanu, atom, or we call it as atom. An infinitesimal particle, Parmanu of matter, Pudgal, has one space point only. But since it transforms into molecules, so one Parmanu gets attached to another Parmanu and it becomes a molecule. So two or more than two atoms come together and form a molecule. It is said to be having multiple space points. But if you consider one atom, single atom, it has got only one space point. But since it has a tendency to get attached to other atoms and form a molecule, that's why it is called multiple space point. Therefore, Lord Jinnah has empirically, व्यवहार से, called the particle of matter kaya. Okay. So again, in particle of matter is having one space point. But since it has got tendency, or it is always seen in union form, union with other atoms, and they form a skand called molecules. So those molecules are multiple space points. Last one. 27th. A space point, Pradesh, is the space in Akash occupied by an indivisible elementary particle, Parmanu, of matter, Pudgal. A space point is able to accommodate all the other infinitesimal particles. So this Akash Dravya, what it gives? It gives accommodation to all the other 5 substances, right? So a space point is the space in Akash. What is Pradesh? It is a space point in the Akash Dravya occupied by an indivisible elementary particle of matter. So the amount of space that a Parmanu occupies is called 1 Pradesh. A space point is able to accommodate all other infinitesimal particles, Parmanu. So a space point has this ability to accommodate all the other infinitesimal particles. जितना आकाश अविभागी पुद्गल परमाणु से रोका जाता है, उसको निश्चय से सब परमाणुओं को स्थान देने में समर्थ प्रदेश जानो. So in one space point, it can accommodate infinite particles. It has got that ability or the capacity.
Excuse me, Ji. What does it mean, Ji? A space point is able to accommodate all other Paramanu particles means
So
in a
basically, what is a space point? In
yeah,
the
Pradesh.
space आकाश का एक प्रदेश, right? So the kind of space that one pradesh occupies, in that same space point, infinite particles can also be accommodated. That is what it says. We will read the ENG20 notes on this. You read the indivisible particles.
The indivisible particles of matter are capable of taking subtle forms, and in such subtle forms, even infinite particles of matter can find accommodation in one space point, and their providing capacity is also not affected. Therefore, there is no inconsistency in infinite particles of matter in a subtle state dwelling in one space point.
Understood?
Now, no, G, I couldn't understand.
You again read this paragraph. This is explaining everything what I said just now. Read again.
Okay.
The indivisible, I will read, okay. The indivisible particles of matter, okay. So matter, there are, the smallest is the atom, okay. Indivisible particle of matter is atom, are capable of taking subtle forms, okay.
Okay.
So it can take subtle forms which we cannot comprehend. And in such subtle forms, even infinite particles of matter can find accommodation in one space point. So in one space point, it can accommodate infinite particles of matter.
That means that in one space point, one atom can occupy, or even infinite number of atoms can also occur.
That is a special quality of space substance.
Space point. Okay.
Yeah, space point. And their pervading capacity is also not affected. Therefore, there is no inconsistency in infinite particles of matter in a subtle state dwelling in one space point.
Okay.
Next paragraph also you read. Our time is still 2 minutes are there. You will understand better.
Now a contention arises. If one soul occupies one unit of space, how can infinite times, infinite souls with their several bodies find room in the universe space, which is only of the extent of innumerable units of space? It should be understood that the soul dwells in subtle and gross forms. The gross one possesses bodies which offer obstruction, but even infinite times, infinite souls in a subtle state, the lowest category of souls with one sense only, along with their subtle bodies, dwell even in the space occupied by a single one sense nigoda jiva. There is no obstruction among themselves and between them and the gross ones. So, there is no contradiction in the fact of infinite times infinite souls residing in the innumerable units of space of the universe. It has been said that each soul is of the same units of space as the universe. How then can a soul reside in one unit of space? The universe space divided into innumerable parts. Should not each soul permeate the entire universe? The soul, which is non-material, somehow assumes material form on account of beginningless bondage, and it dwells in small or big bodies on account of its karmic body by contraction and expansion as the light of the lamp. Therefore, the soul can dwell in one, two, etc. of the innumerable parts of the universe. The light of a lamp lit in an open space extends far and wide, but it extends only to the limit of a dish or a room in which the lamp is placed. It is contended that the medium of motion and the rest will become one by their commingling with one another because of their reciprocal spatial interpenetration. But it is not so. Though there is reciprocal commingling of the substances, these do not give up their intrinsic nature. All these substances interpenetrate, they give space, accommodation to one another, and they commingly with one another. Yet these never give up their own nature.
So each is independent, but they accommodate one another in one space point. That is what it wants to say. And those are very subtle kind of souls, commingle with one another. So in one space point, there are innumerable, it can accommodate innumerable souls, and it can accommodate innumerable elementary particle, parmanu also of matter. That is what the capacity of one space point is in the Akash Dravya. Just because it is so subtle that it overlaps one another, and they can all stay in one place in one space point simultaneously, because it is in a subtle state. If it is in a gross state, then it won't be there. But only the subtle ones, like one sense being, it was mentioned here, no, one sensed. So they can accommodate this way. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next week, we will start from 28, and that is Asrav, Bandh, Samvar, Nijra, Moksh. 28 to 38. 11 verses for these 5 elements. Asrav, Bandh, Samvar, Nijra, Moksh. Influx, bondage, stoppage of influx, dissociation of bondage, and liberation. So these 5 we will study next week, and then the next class will be finishing it off.
Sorry,
So,
Rajeshji,
yeah.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, yes.
This last verse, verse 27,
Hmm.
what is it actually trying to prove to us? Is it to show us that each life or each jiv is independent of the other jiv? Is that what the reason is for this verse?
No. They are saying that each life is independent of another life, but they can be accommodated in one space point provided it is a very subtle kind of jeev, not the
Okay.
gross one. So one sense being, one sense being. Now,
Hmm.
we are all here right now. So in these space points, there are innumerable small one sense being, Nigodia jeev. Everywhere it is, everywhere, you know. But we cannot see it through our eyes because our knowledge is limited. But if an omniscience would be here, he can make out there are how many jeeves are there here in the atmosphere, occupying each space point of the space substance. So that is what it says here.
Okay. Thanks.
So these are all seen by the omniscient, and omniscient through his divine sound, Divya Dhvani, has uh, through his voice only we know such subtle things. Otherwise, we cannot comprehend this kind of things. But it is all in the knowledge of the omniscient. This has all come in the knowledge, and it has come in through his sermons, and that's how the scriptures have been written based on that. So we just have to believe this. We cannot prove these things because these are very, very subtle. Even we cannot see, so how we are going to prove it? So it is just that this shows that the how good is the omniscience knowledge, and we all have that ability. Okay, we have that quality in ourselves. We are all having this quality of omniscience in us. Only that will get manifested when we walk in the path of spiritual development and attain the 13th stage. And at that stage, that quality will come into manifestation. That's all. So
Okay.
we
Thank
should
you.
we should feel very proud of ourselves that we are having infinite qualities in ourselves, but we still beg for sensory pleasures, where there is no pleasure. Here it is full of pleasure, and there is no pleasure, but still our most of the time we spend after asking, begging for sensual pleasures. That's the pity. That's a paradox. That is the anti-climax. And these all descriptions believe believe through these descriptions we can believe in ourselves that we are also possessing this quality, and one day we can also manifest and know all these things. Okay, so uh, time is also over. So we'll see next week from 28. Yeah. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है। इसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है। उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है। 9 बार नौकर मंत्र गिनेंगे। जय जिनेन्द्र।
Jai Jayendra.
Jai Chandra.
I always try to complete on time, but always I lag by 5 minutes. I don't know.